I wanted to ask you as well, being a woman of color as well in this space, and what that experience has been like. And, is that something that you enjoy speaking to and trying to encourage more people of color to get into this space?
No, I do, absolutely. I mean, I think in the beginning, in the beginning when I was taught retreating online, like it wasn't important, or I thought who I was wasn't important. But at the same time, I did funny things like, have a 24/7 webcam trained on me on my desk. It's like so clearly I was trying to project this certain image, this image of this avatar, as I say, onto the internet so people could see this example of like, look, I'm a Black woman using technology. Hello. Although it didn't put too fine a point on it for a long time, But as I've gotten older, I've noticed that it's important to speak up about things and to be vocal about things online, about the fact that you do what you do, you know what I mean? And that alone can say a lot, um, to be present and and to also state that you're not the only one. Hello,
Right.
and so that's I think that's more important now than it ever has been in a way, to sort of light a certain path, I guess, for others to be involved with this stuff. The diversity of voices. I mean, it sounds like a cliche at this point, I suppose, but the diversity is very, very important.
Right.
To see these examples of people using technology who look like you, I think that's like something that can't be overestimated. Sorry.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I mean, to contribute to the voices out there as well, right? Because there has been a certain voice that has dominated the space. And so, what will that space look like as
Exactly. Well,
more of this diversity comes forward, right?
yeah, yeah, and so I think it's interesting to be in a place where you're considered to be unusual for being there. It's like, to me, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's true, but the perception is there. And so it's like, well, you sort of just plant your flag and go, look at all the things I have created, and like,
Yeah.
and it's unquestionable.
Just talking about females in this space and female digital artists, and um, has it been a space that you feel like has been predominantly dominated, I guess, with males? And what are the emerging female voices out there saying?
Yeah. It was a great frustration of mine when I was learning 3D modeling, that it was so male dominated, if not I mean, mainly in terms of voices and in terms of subject matter. And that was actually really painful. It's
Mm.
like having to look at this, what was popular in terms of 3D art in the early 2000s and mid 2000s. It was very frustrating, and it did fuel a lot of the designs of the games we made. Was this notion of like, no, we're going to make a game and it stars 6 girls, and like, and it's about growing up, and it's
Yeah.
about, we sort of just, a lot of what we made in the beginning, at least, of video games, was a reaction against things that were frustrating us about games industry, and on my part, 3D art in general. So it's and even now, I would say there is an overweight given to the men who create 3D art, which is highly annoying, because there's so many talented women creating work that is of value and that is different and beautiful, and I don't know why that is.
Right.
So it's just, I hope that now people start to see more clearly, I guess, now that digital art is considered valuable to more people than just its
Right.
practitioners. You know, they start to actually see what makes a work unique. But you know, the world doesn't suddenly become a place of equality and justice just because, you know, somebody figures out how to charge for, you know, a link to a digital file, you know. So
Right.
I imagine the struggle continues.